Page 189, lesson 4.3 is on addition and subtraction equations. So if you look at the solve and discuss it, a group of students were on a school bus. How many students were on the bus before the last stop? So you can see here the last stop, the bus picked up 16 students, and then the bus arrived at school with 25 students. So if we want to try and figure out how many students were on the bus before the last stop, we can kind of go back in time here a little bit. We had 25. If we take off or subtract the 16 that were picked up at the last stop, then we would have 9. So there were 9 students on the school bus before the last stop. So example 1, George had some plastic figures. After he bought 7 more figures, he had 25. How many plastic figures did George have before he bought more? So different ways we can do this. One way is they kind of show this as a balance. So if he ended up with 25, they just made 25 squares over here. And then this would represent the 7 he bought. This would represent the number he had before he bought those 7. And then you can see if they take 7 away from both sides, then that would end up with 18. So another way of looking at this, we could draw a bar diagram, or we could come up with this equation. So we had some number of plastic figures and we bought 7 more. So some number, that would be our variable. So they're using n, and then they bought 7 more, and then now they have 25. So n plus 7 equals 25. And we're trying to figure out what n is equal to. So what we can do is we're trying to get n by itself. They are adding 7, so we can subtract 7. And I'm going to show you a little differently than the book. Rather than rewriting the whole equation, if you want to, you can just go underneath on both sides and just say, let's subtract 7 on both sides. So on the left side, 7 minus 7 just cancels out. That's equal to 0. And then on the right side, 25 minus 7, if you work that out, that would be 18. So n equals 18. The nice thing about this is you can substitute that, if you have time, back into the original equation and then see if it works. So 18 plus 7, is that equal to 25? It is. Then we know we have the right answer. The book talks here about inverse relationships or inverse operations. So addition and subtraction have an inverse relationship, or they're inverse operations. Another way I put it is opposite operations. So to solve equations, we're going to do, I'm going to call the opposite operation. So in this section, if they are adding on the side with the variable, we need to subtract. And if they're subtracting on the side with the variable, then we need to add. So if we look at the try it, Cabrini had some markers. After she bought 12 more markers, she had 16. So how many markers did Cabrini have at the start? And they're going to let n represent the number of markers she had at the start. Okay, so they have written an addition equation. So she had some markers we're representing with n, and then she bought 12 more. So n plus 12 more equals the 16 that she has now. So if we're trying to figure out what n is equal to, we can see on the side with the n they're adding 12, which means we need to subtract 12. And again, if you want to just write it underneath instead of rewriting the whole problem, you can. 12 minus 12 is 0, so that cancels out, leaves us just with an n. And then 16 minus 12 is 4. So n equals 4, which means she had 4 markers at the start. When you do these problems, I know sometimes there's a little resistance to working the problem out like this, showing your work this way, writing an equation and then showing your work, but it's really going to help you out because later years we're going to get into more complex problems that you'll have to solve, and it'll make it a lot easier for you if you've already practiced on solving your problems this way. So you really need to solve your problems this way when you're working these problems out. Please and thank you. Example 2, Clive is 19 years younger than Josh. Clive is 34. Write and solve a subtraction equation to find Josh's age y. So Josh's age is y. So there's different ways of doing this. What they said is y minus 19 equals 34. Y minus 19 because Clive is 19 years younger than Josh. Clive also is 34. So those are equivalent to each other. And then to solve that, we could add 19 on both sides. Subtracting 19 and adding 19 cancel out, and then 34 plus 19 is 53. And I know looking at that, you might say, well, couldn't I just take 34 plus 19 and get my answer? You can do that, but the problem is it says write and solve a subtraction equation. So since it says that, we pretty much have to do it this way. If you want to first think it out, you know, this is what I would do, and then come up with your equation, that's fine, but at some point you've got to have the equation written as well. Example 3, Andy had some basketball cards. After he bought 12 more, he had 48 cards. So how many cards did he have at the start? So they did a bar diagram. So he had n, and he bought 12 more, and then that's equivalent to the 48 that he has altogether. So we could write this equation, n plus 12 equals 48. The number he started with plus 12 gave him 48. For this one, to solve for n, they're adding on the side with the variable, so we need to subtract. So if you want to subtract 12 on both sides, and then 48 minus 12 is 36. So that would tell us that Andy has 36 cards at the start. So if you look at the try it, Vivian read 14 fewer pages than she was assigned to read. She read 60 pages. Write and solve an equation to find how many pages P Vivian was assigned to read. Okay, so one way of looking at it, we could think about she was assigned P pages to read, and she read 14 fewer than that. 14 fewer than what she was assigned, and that's equal to 60 pages. And so to solve for P, they're subtracting 14, so we can add 14 on both sides. 60 plus 14 is 74, so that would be 74 pages. It didn't say what kind of equation we had to write for this one, so if you thought of, well, I just need to do 60 plus 14, that's fine, But to make it an equation, just put 60 plus 14 equals P. Now you've got an equation, and then you can say, okay, 60 plus 14 is 74. So that would be another way of doing it, where you're actually still doing what they ask you to do by showing an equation and solving it. So this gives you a little bit of an idea of how to write and solve addition and subtraction equations, and there is a second video that goes along with this lesson as well. You can watch for some more examples. Have a good day.